He just died, just there. I saw him die. He flew and died. He must have died mid-air.
In the event of a crash, please remain seated. Oxygen will pour in through this great big hole in the roof. Who cares about that? This is my girlfriend, Chanel. Come on, Chanel, give me a big smooch.
I told my girl the other day that she's sweet like candy rain. No umbrella, let it fall on me. I'm dressed in yellow with a raincoat shade. She makes me mellow, she can take the weight off me. And I promise that the
So we've got an interesting little passage we're undertaking right now into Vansittart Bay, or Vansittart Bay. We're going between Mary and Long Islands. We've got the flood tide, the incoming tide we're going with. We wouldn't want to be going against it because we've suddenly gone from about 6 knots of speed to 9 to 10 knots of speed, just like that, as we hit the current, the main current. And interestingly on the charts here, if you ever go through this pass yourself, on the chart there's a guide called the Fremantle Sailing Guide for this area in the Kimberley, and it says gives you some waypoints to go on, but the waypoints takes you directly over what the chart says is a rock, like smack bang in the middle of that line that you sail through. But it's wrong. The actual waypoints that we've been given are correct. And we can see that now because we are just approaching the supposed rock that we would be sailing over. It's on our starboard, 200 metres on our starboard. If you're coming through here at night time, I'd be going, oh, what do I believe? What do I trust? You know, it's one of those things that it's nice to do by daytime.
Yeah. This is not the kind
But
of
sometimes people get caught for whatever reason, you know, in a situation where they just feel they have to keep moving.
So today's mission, should we choose to accept it, and we do, is to go and find a wreck of a plane that came down here in 1942. I've got to say thank you to all the people who write these cruising guides. This one is by Dennis and Annette Ford.
Go Dennis and Annette.
It makes our life so much easier. They've given us instructions on how to find this plane. We just have to go over the sand dunes, across the salt plain, and somewhere in the trees there will be a great big DC-3 aeroplane. Hard to believe out here in the Kimberley. Rob thinks he knows better. He's decided to take the shortcut, but you know, if there's a small crocodile in there, I know it's not deep, but there's a small crocodile in there. It might not be able to kill him, but it could rip his leg apart. I think that's foolhardy, and I don't recommend it. He is his own person.
Don't do this at home, people. Do not do this at home. My reckoning is, my thinking is that if there is one, it's a wee way away from me now, if there is one out there, and if it has a go at me, well, I'm going to just run. I'll be running flat out. And I don't know that they can run for very long. And I'll see it coming from further away now. I just want to get close again, like I'm going to get close again on the other shore now. This one is going to get a little bit nervy again, I reckon. Oh, Ivan's got the drone. He's going on croc watch for me.
So there, hidden in the bushes, is an unusual thing you do not expect to see. No, not you, Robert. Behind you. That's an 80-year-old relic from the war, the Second World War. So it came down here on the 26th of November 1942. It was a flight from Perth to Broome, and I don't know how he got here because this is nowhere near Broome. It's closer than it is to Perth, but the pilot apparently got disorientated in the dark and they were getting low on fuel, so we decided to bring the plane down here. 2 crew, 2 passengers, and they all survived. Because when you see where they brought it down, it could so easily have been something different. And then they had to wait here for 3 days in this remote location to be rescued.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is really amazing.
Isn't it?
It's extraordinary. I can't go. I think, we have to go see this plane. It's a plane. But far out, it's like, it's seriously almost the whole plane. I mean, you can see it's almost the whole plane. Obviously part of the middle torso has kind of disappeared, but there's something about seeing this thing, you're imagining it happening, it's crashing through trees, as these guys must have been so terrified because, you know, they all survived, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what a ride.
Yeah.
What a story.
Yeah. When you saw it through the trees, did you kind of go, whoa, that's out of place?
Yeah, no, it looks really shiny. It's not rusty. I thought it'd be really rusty, but it's actually really shiny.
Right, first thoughts. What are your first thoughts?
It's in really good condition, and I'm like mad quick
I
through.
thought it would be like more broken down, like all rusty.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it, when you see it?
Driving in the fast lane, can't slow down. I like the danger you're bringing around. I ain't even mad about it, can't slow down. I ain't even mad about it, can't slow down, won't slow down. Falling into pieces, staring at this golden water, running out of reasons why you shouldn't be my lover. Just give me a nickel, I toss it in your wishing well. You're beautiful as ever, and I just can't help myself.
This is a Douglas C-53, a DC-53. And I imagine it was flying to Broome to help out. The north coast of Australia had all been bombed that week, from Darwin across to Broome. So they were probably flying to offer assistance, and then they needed assistance themselves.
Look at the condition of this, Rachel.
It's really incredible because it looks like it could have come down 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been completely stripped inside, but yeah, it's in great nick. And
Aluminium.
It's going to be like this for years to come, I suspect, unless a cyclone wipes it off. But it has survived several cyclones.
Yeah. It's quite something.
Amazing. Thank you, Kyle and Hayley. They suggested we came here.
Yeah, go Jacqueline!
This is an iconic looking plane, isn't it? I remember as a kid growing up, DC-3s were everywhere in New Zealand back in the day. My dad used to love the DC-3s. Oh,
Why were they in New Zealand?
Oh, it's just the army had them. And actually they were used as for commercial flying too, the old DC-3. Yeah, they're a beautiful looking machine, very distinctive. You can't miss a DC-3. My dad loved the old, oh, there's the DC-3, look at that. Nostalgia.
Do they still use DC-3s?
I believe so.
I thought they were DC-53s.
Well, I think the probably correct term is 53, but it's always been
Aren't they a
DC-3.
Douglas 50?
It's not a Fokker.
A Douglas C-53.
Lots of Fokkers out there. They're German though.
Do they look the
DC-3,
same?
no, they don't look. Fokkers look very different. And just thinking about it, you must have seen this shaped plane before in Harrison Ford's films. You know, what's his name?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. That's right. It must ring a bell. Yep. Oh yeah.
In the event of a crash, please remain seated. Oxygen will pour in through this great big hole in the roof. We realise you have your choices in airline, and unfortunately, you've picked the wrong one. Safe travels.
Interestingly, there's a boab tree right beside the plane, and this one is really smooth. You remember the one that we saw up at Glycosmith Bay? It was rough as and had lots of shapes and like faces in it. It does look like indigenous people may have used them in the past for, I don't know, carrying baskets or possibly
Medicine?
canoes or maybe, yeah, maybe medicine. I don't know enough. That is the problem. I don't know enough. The Australian boab trees are typically only found in the Kimberley of Western Australia. They are closely related to the baobab trees of Africa and Madagascar, and it's speculated that the early travellers to Australia carried baobab roots, which are considered a superfood because they are high in antioxidants, calcium, potassium, magnesium, fibre and vitamin C. The travellers may have carried them ashore and dropped the seeds, and it's further speculated that where you find boab trees along the Kimberley coast, you will also find rock art paintings in the Bradshaw or Guion style that is very similar to rock art found in Africa. We sailed to nearby Jar Island, where we crawled, scrambled and climbed our way to get a look at the extensive rock paintings. Although they're faint, they're so much easier to see what they are. These are the Guion paintings. They've found paintings, I think I must have said this before, they've found paintings like this in North Africa. Very similar style of painting. And these guys most definitely have boomerangs.
Yeah.
One guy's got two. There's 3 people here. And Rob is enjoying the rock shelter to get out of the sun, while I'm still looking for art.
Just down here, a little bat just flew into this little bit of greenery. You okay, mate?
Oh wow. He just flew into that.
Yeah.
I think he died. Fell out of the air and died.
He's alive.
Well, it seems odd that he just doesn't.
Very close to him.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting, anyway. Okay, little man. I don't see his heart beating or any breathing going on. I think he just fell out of the sky dead. He had his time.
No.
I'm just seeing if you're okay.
He's alive. Is he alive?
Are you alive?
Oh. That's weird.
I think he's dead.
What?
He just fell out of the sky. I think he's dead, Rob.
Well, he flew there,
Yeah,
sideways. He flew sideways, granted. But he, you know,
But they got to die at some point, and he was dying doing what he loved.
he died right there and then.
Maybe. People do.
Fright of his life. Did he move?
Not really. Come on, mate. I don't think he's alive. I don't think he'd allow me to do that to him.
It's so crazy. He just... God blimey.
Yeah, I think he did.
He just died. Just there. I saw him die. He flew and died. He must have died mid-air.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you got to die sometime.
And there is the lesson of our journeys. Got to die sometime.
Make the most of what you have. He was making the most of what he had. He may have felt like, oh, I don't feel so good today, but you know what? I love flying. Let's go for a fly. And then, dead.
I don't believe he's dead.
He's not going to let me move him like that. He's dead. I don't see his chest moving. He's not retracting from me. I mean, bats are not known for being super friendly. Look at that.
That's just crazy. He's dead. Oh,
Look at those wings though.
yeah.
Isn't that amazing? So paper thin. Wow. Oh no, look, he is breathing.
Oh, he's breathing.
Yeah.
He must be very well.
He's not in
unwell.
a good way.
No.
Okay, maybe we should just leave him.
Oh, you are alive. Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, buddy. Must be terrifying for you.
He's playing dead.
Okay.
Now we feel sorry for you, and you're going to get
Try
in the
and
sun in a moment. so
Relocate him.
we're going to go and see if we can get you off this little area. Let me take my other shoe. And we'll put you in the shade somewhere. Oh, because why are you out at this time of day?
Yep. Okay. He's off.
Yeah.
Okay. He's off. He's
There we
alright.
go. We helped him. He's not all right.
No,
That
he's
is
not
not all
alright.
right.
No.
But maybe.
Oh, and he flew off.
There we go.
What? Nothing wrong with him.
Wow, that was weird.
Just gone into the cave. I think we resuscitated him. That's what I think happened. I think we resuscitated him, Rachel. He realised there's more to life than dying, and he came back.
That was really weird.
Yeah. Yeah. What is that message? Says something there, Rachel. It's got to be.
I don't know, there's a message.
We resuscitated a bat. He's going to live another day. Let's go.
Art up there?
No. Oh, this whole area is art. This is all a piece of work. The whole thing. All right, people. It's been great.
Yeah.
Hope you have a lovely day. Hope you have a reviving day as well, like that bat. Toodaloo.
And you got nothing else, eh?
Oh, look at that. Gold. So Jamie's just knocked this off the rocks. It's actually a relatively small one. There's some huge ones. It's an oyster. That puppy.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
huge.
Wow, there's
We
much
just
bigger.
met them here after we came out from the
It
ark.
means only one thing.
That looks horrible. Look at that.
Very salty. Oh, smooth. Really smooth inside.
And you just
there.
got to swallow
Beautiful.
that rather than chew it, or you're going
Oh,
to
chew it. No. Well,
Yeah.
there might be a pearl in there. Could be
Ooh.
worth a fortune. Feels pretty soft. It looks a little bit. Yeah, it looks edible.
Oh,
Mmm.
is it good?
That's right. It's good. You normally have it with a bit of lemon juice or something, don't you?
Oh,
Famous, world famous in New Zealand at least, is the bluff oysters. Right down the very south of New Zealand, freezing cold waters, really cold. And the oysters there are, mwah, they are really good.
they taste different.
Yeah, they're smaller, and they're, yeah, they do taste, this is quite a strong flavour. These are subtle and very, don't know how you describe it, cold. You see the cold waters come through in it. Really nice.
I'm not going to partake because I did try one oyster when we were on the east coast up in the Whitsundays, and it just tasted like, well, it tasted like the sea, but with that horrible texture, like
Yeah.
rubbery and horrible. So deep
That's the handheld.
down the way we
Then
came,
we came up.
Doesn't-
Looks blooming precarious, straight down there.
Oh, we'll make it.
Rachel.
Oh yeah, no, it's easy. It's easy in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, it always looks worse than it actually is. I go first just to make sure. So Robson, you're going to be all right, Robert. I will see you down. Here comes the brave boy. You can do it, Robert. Stretch those long legs out. You're almost there.
Oh.
Yes, you got it.
Oh,
It's not your best angle.
that was easy, Rachel.
Exactly. This is our main camera. It's not working anymore. This should zoom in and out. It's not doing anything because as I was stepping into the dinghy the other day, the dinghy which was moving, apparently I couldn't step into it just by pulling it in. It had to be driven past me slowly so I could step onto it for a quick getaway. And unfortunately, that quick getaway is going to cost us a lot of money because I fell, I had the camera, I fell onto the camera. Oh, probably didn't have done that. And it pushed the lens in and now the lens won't come back out again.
Great job, folks, you made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, do feel inclined to absolutely smash that like button. Also give us a comment. We reply to every single comment if you haven't noticed that already. If you missed last week's episode, go watch it. It's this one right here where my mum gets naked. If you don't want to see that, that's fine. You can go back and binge watch every single one of our episodes from the very beginning, which will be a real fun trip for you. And at the end, you'll get to see my mum naked anyway.